I've just walked the dog and now we're ready to get into some ceramics. It's 2026 now and I know we're already a fair bit into 2026. I am a slow worker, but I've been doing ceramics for 2 years now and I've had a little project that I've been wanting to do for a while now. I wanted to wait until I had a little bit more time to spend on individual pieces. I used to go to a studio and that was great. I loved going to a studio with other people there, but you kind of felt a little bit pressed for time, especially when working on multiple pieces and things like that. I then moved into my own little place out of my parents' house, which is a great achievement. And I started setting up my own little studio. And then literally like 2 weeks ago, I got my own kiln and now I can make ceramics at home in my own pace and control the process a little bit more. So with all that being said, I want to make all 151 Pokemon in some sort of way in ceramics. So I'm not talking about sculpting each and every one of them. I'm talking about different ideas for ceramic pieces and just going through the 151, possibly within their evolution lines, just to create something fun. So for example, a little while ago, I worked on this piece. You can see the colours are patchy. It's not the best piece in the world, but this was back near the start of my ceramics. But things like that. So yeah, I'm not going to go in order or anything like that. I'm going to go mostly off when I am really excited for an idea, or eventually if you guys have requests, and then we can move on to that Pokemon. So for the first Pokemon I want to focus on this series, considering it is 2026, and February Lunar New Year has just gone, I'm going to look at the original fire horses, Ponyta and Rapidash. Okay, as you watch me throw these vessels, actually I'm only going to show you one, I'm going to talk a little bit about the concept that we're going for here. I want to make 2 little ceramic cups, one with Ponyta on the front and one with Rapidash on the front. I'm also going to be testing out a new glaze, which is kind of risky, but we'll go for it. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to throw, I think I throw 4 vessels, and then I use this like rib here that helps shape it, and I try to get 4 identical looking vessels. We don't get 4 identical looking vessels, but I try to get them looking as close as I possibly can. So enjoy that process. Okay, so these are the 4 finished ones. They have turned into more, I mean, those are like bowl kind of things, aren't they? That one's a lovely cup. That was the first one. I think the second one I could trim to match. Possibly that one. That is no chance. That's way too wide. Bowl. Now that I look super disheveled, I'll let them dry out, probably later this evening or overnight, and then we'll stick them on the wheel to trim, and then we'll start attaching Ponyta and Rapidash on the fronts. I was thinking of waiting for them to be bone dry though, and then sticking on a Ponyta and Rapidash and then using water to wipe away the rest of the clay. You'll see it. We'll give it a go. Yeah. Okay. See you then. I'm using my new trimming tool for the first time ever. So these are now ready to trim. Although this one, I accidentally wired off a whole chunk, so it's really thin here. I'm not too sure how I'm going to fix this one. So we'll see how they look when I'm done trimming. What's the saying? Cousins, not sisters. That is the definition of these. So I'll show you the bottoms. 2 of them are nice. One of them is horrific, not gonna lie to you guys. And one of them is like, alright. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Here we are. So there's just some flex on there. This one I think's good. This one I think's good. This one's alright. This is the Devil Spawn Child. Which is annoying because that one was going to be a good one. I think with that one. So, yes. But I mean, as like a piece, it is absolutely fine. I'm going to wrap these now for a minute whilst I take the dog out. And then we're going to start decorating and testing all that out. And we'll figure out how we're going to do the Ponyta and Rapidash. And I think one of them I'm going to do the new Greco Pokemon. Because I think that will look cute. Unlike the one that definitely we're not going to use and doesn't look the same. So, yes. What's that all over you? Mud? Hey? Okay. I'm going to use the Cricut. So if you haven't heard of a Cricut, it's a cutting machine basically. I think I might use the Cricut to cut out the silhouettes of Ponyta and Rapidash. Then I'll stick them on the clay and then you can like wipe away around them and it will like wipe away the clay and leave their it's not an emboss, the opposite of emboss. And then I might go in with like a little carving or needle tool and like define the bits. That's my plan. So none of them really go together, but I've picked the 2 that I think go together the most. I've gone for these 2. They've got a similar bottom and they're not too far off each other height-wise. And I think also they slot together quite nicely. And then see, we stick it on like that. Beautiful. And then we do the same with Ponyta. And where do we want to put this one? Here. There's Ponyta. So now the idea is I can just sponge away on the front and then it will emboss it. But then we'll do some like carving as well. Let's just go for it, I guess. I don't even know how well this will work. I've never done this. Actually, I think I've done it once and it didn't work that well. Actually, I think this is working bloody brilliantly. Can you see the texture on there? Oh, okay. I'm going to peel that now with a knife together. Ooh. Guys, that looks so good. And then we can like carve where the face is. Ooh, okay. Put that to the side. Let's do Rapidash. Okie dokie, should we peel off Rapidash together? So, I'm going to go in on this with a little tool and we're just going to carve out just a bit more visual interest. So a bit more detail on the Ponyta there. those are my Ponyta and Rapidashes. I think they look cute. I think they look super cute. So I will leave them to dry. Yeah, kiln is finished. There's some stuff in there, but the cups are at the bottom. So I'm gonna let that cool down and then we'll unload it. So, beautiful Ponyta. Stunning, beautiful Rapidash. Okay, it is actually painting time. So, I think it's not embossing, the opposite of embossing, whatever it's called, is really cute by itself, but I think I do want to add like the flames. And then I'm going to glaze it, but I'm going to leave this part raw. I was thinking of putting a transparent over what I paint, but I'm worried it will run over the Ponyta and Rapidash. So I might leave them like raw with the underglaze. This is kind of the colour scheme. Okay, do you think we need accent details or do you think that's okay? Like, do I do their little nose bits and their inner ear? Maybe I'll do their inner ear. Okay, so that's these two painted. And now we glaze. I'm going to leave that because the glaze is honestly going to cover it. Okay, there they are finished together, all glazed and ready to go in the kiln. You can see the difference in dryness. Like this is so much lighter because it's drier, and this one's still drying, so it's darker. But yeah, exciting. Can't wait to put them in. So I've got it propped open. It's at 46. Now, some people say not to open it till it's room temperature. I don't know if I have that level of patience. Okay, here we go. We'll start with Ponyta. Okay. It's a bloody white inside. Okay, the glaze is interesting. It's cute. It's hella cute. I thought there'd be more red in it. And there is like a little bit of pinholing on the outside. Let's have a look at Rapidash. Rapidash has more of the colours. Let's bring them out into light and you can see them better. Right, we're outside. It's super sunny and Peanut is enjoying it. Here's half the haul. So let's have a look. Really sunny, which is lovely. So, can you see this better? No. Interesting. Look at that. Oh, little speck that can come off. So that's the Rapidash. Yeah, you can see the little pinholing. Super white inside. Ponyta. That is a nice glaze. Need to sort the pinholing though. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Okay, there you go. You've seen them. And I have a whole little pot of these tiny little kitty cats in lots of different colours. So they will become little phone charms, bag charms, and maybe earrings as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a little bit messy, but honestly, I love these two little cups. They're actually kind of big cups, but they came out so well, and I can definitely drink from them. Maybe next time I'll transparent the top of the, because I don't know if I like the matte finish, but thank you. See you next time.